Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. This time doing some easy lead came around the edges. The last video I had where I was putting lead around the edges of a suncatcher had a lot of angles and sides to it. This is going to be very simple. This is just a simple circle. This is a 6-inch suncatcher I made. I just got done soldering on both sides of it. I did a light tin on the top and bottom edges, nothing on the very edge. You have to be careful if you're going to do some lead around the edge and you've got foil on your edge. Some people like not having foil on the edges. I prefer having all of my pieces foiled all the way around. But when you do something like this, make sure you don't have any drips that are going to get in the way of your U-shaped lead. And I've got my lead ready, and I do have a tape measure here. The last time I measured it for you, so if you're interested in knowing what size I'm using, it is a basic U that is just shy of 1/4 inch wide, and its depth looks like it is 3/16. I'm going to get it ready. Let me remind myself of where I'm going to want to put the hooks. I know I'm going to put 2 hooks on this, here and here, and then I'm going to have some chain I'm going to put on it. And I like starting and stopping my lead at a bottom seam. Let's start and stop it right here. This lead is already stretched. I'm going to tack solder it. And now I'm going to do a rough go around. I don't have to have it cut specific to the length I need, just a little more. I just don't want it shorter than what I need. I'm going to cut it a little bit long. I've just got some heavy-duty wire cutters. Now I can get it tighter around here. I'm going to score it with my thumbnail where I want to cut that. Come back in with my wire cutters and cut on that mark I made. Now let's see how well I did. It's a little bit long. You take off a little bit more. Perfect. Now I'm going to check to make sure I have it nice and snug all the way around. Press that down, hold it down, flux it, put a dot of solder on there. Okay, we'll clean it up in a little bit. That's just enough to hold our lead on there. All right, get my extra lead out of the way. Now, make sure it's nice all the way around, that it didn't turn any. With a circle like this, you can even rock it back and forth, kind of crimp that lead onto your edges a little bit better. All right. Now let's finish tack soldering. Flux where the lead meets with our joints on the suncatcher. on meets with the seams. Joints, seams, same thing. All right, now let's put a dot of solder. You don't want to dawdle, especially on the lead. Lead melts easier than solder does. You want to be careful you don't want to melt your lead any. I think I'm having a problem there because of the angle I'm holding my iron at. All right. All right, I don't know what my issue is here. This flux again. I usually don't have that many issues with getting a dot of solder onto the lead. Sometimes with zinc, if your zinc's a little bit old and oxidized, sometimes you might have to take a wire brush to it. I'm going to fix up the drip here on this seam. Must have dripped through when I was soldering on the other side. All right. That's our start and stop point. Let's get a nice bead there. Hopefully I don't have to touch up all my seams. Really all you need is a nice dot of solder. Hopefully you don't screw up your seams too much that you have to touch up all of them. I keep turning it. I'm right-handed, so I keep turning it to where I can just get the dots here on the right hand side. All right. It's a little dot hanging over the edge. Might as well fix it now. I thought it was just a dot on the glass that we could scrape off. All right. Flip it over, do the same thing. You could leave this silver if you want. I'm putting black patina on it. I think the black patina with these colors of glass really makes the colors pop. That works better. We come back a little bit on the seam and then come towards the edge. Just remember, if you know you're going to put lead around the edge, don't solder all the way to the edge. because if you do, your seam is going to get in the way when you go to put your lead came around it. So you want to stop a little short. Yeah. All right. That should be it, but let's look at where our start and stop point was. Actually, that looks pretty good. All right, now I'm going to put my hooks on, and I wanted my hooks here and here. So here and here. And rather than the very outside edge of the cane, we are going to put them basically on the back where the seam meets the cane. In my opinion, it's stronger that way. So when you have your chain and you have your hooks, the weight of this suncatcher, and say it was a bigger panel, the weight and the stress of it will be here rather than on the very outside edge. I'm just trying to get a nice bead on there. It's not wanting to behave. That's better. Hold it while it cools, sets up. All right. Now let's do the other one. Sometimes you have to hold your iron there while everything warms up. Your lead, your hook, and your seam. All right. See how that looks on the edge. Looks all right. And there you have it. We have a nice lead border on this little suncatcher. Thanks for watching. I'm going to clean this up and patina it, and I'll include a photo when it's all done at the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy my videos and you learn a little something from them, please subscribe. Bye-bye.